Hey guys, it's Kelsey and I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. Today we have kind of a random page. There wasn't really a challenge to go with this. I initially was making this for a hop I'm a part of on the 24th, but then I ended up making a separate page that I decided to go with instead. So you're getting this one early. It kind of turns out a little all over the place, but I was absolutely exploding. I needed to do a Hawaii page. I've been staring at my Hawaii pictures and I haven't found a way to really incorporate them using my current kit. So I was really excited to have this collection to use with it. So I'm just sneaking in a Hawaii page early. I did have a good amount of Heidi Swapp's Pineapple Crush that I had stocked up on before Paper Dreams closed. So I'm going to use that for some of my Hawaii pages. I don't have a whole lot, but it's a great Hawaii collection. It does have the flamingos and pineapples. I know I kind of mentioned that I was wanting to go in a different direction this year. So far, it does not look like I am succeeding, but I really like the papers I have to work with this year so far. For this vacation. So this is one of the Pineapple Crush pages. It's an ombre stripe. I really loved how it looked. I have this pink shirt on. This is from one of the hikes that we went on, our very first hike this trip. So I thought I would go ahead and record it. I knew right away I loved the pink on the background. I loved the pink in my shirt. I really just wanted to pull in a whole lot of white on top of this. Just because it is so colorful. I think this was a really cool page to try and do one of those techniques where you just layer up a lot of different white textures on top of each other. So I'm starting out with some gesso. This is just plain white gesso. And then you'll see me go back with some white texture paste over top. I did pull in some white photo corners. Karen is amazing. You guys, Karen sent me a whole baggie of black and white photo corners all the way from Sweden. Sweden! You're amazing, girl. Thank you so much. I didn't know how much photo corners were missing in my life until I had to scrap lift Dana, who used photo corners, and now all of a sudden I'm like, I need them. So she sent me a whole little baggie. Thank you so much. And I thought this was the perfect page to pull it in on just because it brought that white detail in. I don't do a whole lot around the page. It's really just clustered around this photo. So I thought it was a really cool time to pull in these white photo corners, and they look so crisp and they just pop on this bright pink background. So I really am loving that. You saw me put that texture paste down with my little plus sign stencil, and now I'm just matting my photo in some white cardstock. I do end up pulling this up again and adding another layer. This page took me quite a few days because I would layer down a few things. I'm like, that looks cute, but it needs more. And I kept going back in and just adding little things here and there. I'm pulling in these cute little cut files from Jennifer, and I just think these look so cool with all these white textures layered up on top of each other, but it doesn't look crazy because it's all white. But you can still see everything, so I think that's really interesting. So I'm loving that right now. In the beginning, you saw me use that Vicky Boutin stamp and die set. That was another thing Jennifer sent me, and I finally got to use that. I've been waiting to do this. So I basically used the floral stamps to stamp and emboss with some white powder on some vellum, and then they come with coordinating dies, so I was able to punch out all of these flowers without having to sit there and fussy cut all of them, which was awesome. This is the first time I've ever had a stamp die cut set, and it was really fun to use them like this. So I decided right away, this is one of the first things I decided I wanted to do with this page, was to just get a whole bunch of these embossed and cut out and layer them up in some way. So I'm just going to have this cascade, this little garden of vellum flowers along the bottom part of my photo. I have this acetate pink word, that's Heidi Swapp. I keep calling these acrylic. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I misspeak all the time, I'm sorry. But those are acetate words. I'm just going to get that stuck down there. I'm just going to use that as my title. I have a ton, you guys, I have over 200 pictures from Hawaii. Which is like a week's worth of photos. Oh my gosh, I can't even. So I know I'm gonna have a ton of pictures from this trip, so I'm not worried too much about putting a ton of journaling on every page, because honestly I only need journaling on one of the pages from each event. So I'm not worried about it on this one. But I did pull that photo off and I'm layering it in some tissue paper. Again, I was just kind of thinking, what other white layer can add another texture and another dimension? And I haven't used tissue paper in a while, and I just think that's such a fun look. I know Adele does that all the time, and it just changes everything. I love how adding some tissue paper as a layer looks. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this stuck down. I'm kind of trying to avoid sticking it down in case I want to tack in more, but I'm pretty happy with how this is looking so far. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of stick all of this down. Again, I'm looking for more and more textures. So I did grab a glassine bag. I thought that added a really cool touch. I thought about pulling in a doily. I actually didn't, I don't think. I think I used the doily, which was really super surprising. I think it's because I loved these cut file, like these little die cut pieces Jennifer sent me so much, and I thought the doily kind of took away from the pop you get with that laying over this pink background. I just wanted to leave it as is. But I pulled in all these hot pink hearts. These are enamel hearts, and I thought those looked really cute. I do go through a ton of pink pens thinking I might add journaling. So I was just trying to find a pink pen that matched the best. But I end up not doing journaling on this one. I end up thinking I have another photo that will be better to tell the story. I just kind of wanted this one to be a fun, designy kind of page. Sometimes you just need one just to go a little crazy. I did a lot on this page, you guys. I did a lot. For me, I mean, I usually don't do this much mixed media, but I did the gesso, I did the texture page, I did this embossing, die cutting, stamping. I stamped and embossed, you guys. Like, what? I know. Has been a minute since I did that. Again, I'm just trying to add a few more things. So I did pull in a scrap of white and did a border punch. I think that adds another fun little detail. I'm just trying to find more and more white things to add and find more interest. Because I know with everything being white pretty much, it is still kind of a chill page. It's not too crazy, but it was making me feel like I needed to add more because it was all white. But I think it ends up cool. It's not my normal page, but I think that's fine. I tried a lot of new fun things, and sometimes that's all you need a page for, is just try something new. You don't have to like love it. It doesn't have to be your favorite page ever. But I got another Hawaii page done. There's some more coming, guys. You guys are gonna be tired of Hawaii pretty soon. You guys keep asking me about it. They're coming, and pretty soon you're gonna wish you never asked for them because it's gonna be all you're seeing. But yes, I do have some bubblegum Nuvo drops that I pre-dried out on some plastic, and I'm scattering those around. I just thought there was a lot of white, which is what I wanted, but then part of me was like, now it needs more pink. So I just scattered some Nuvo drops around. It looks a little crazy. It's fine, guys, but I think I just wanted a little bit more color. Maybe if I clustered them closer into the photo instead of them being kind of, I tried to do it random, but you know when you try and do it random, it looks like not random. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. But yeah, I think we're almost done. I'm trying to remember if I did anything else after this. I mean, it took me a minute because I had to glue down all of those enamel dots by themselves. I usually Nuvo drops. I usually do Nuvo drops right on the background, but because I did mixed media, the paper was a tiny bit warped, and I just didn't want to run the risk of them not drying flat because the paper was a little bumpy. I went back with this like really old pink label and this pink little tag just to add a little bit more pink and a little bit more layers. I think that's pretty much it though. I just wanted a little bit more detail. Are we done? I think we're done. Okay, so here are the close-ups. Thanks guys so much. There's some more Hawaii pages to come. There's more How to Kill a Kit pages to come. I just thought I would sneak this one in because I was dying. I had to do a Hawaii page. I had to do something bright and colorful. I'm loving the kit I'm working with right now, but I just needed a break. And I think you guys did too. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.